In last video we talked about the mixture, and we said mixture that consists of more than one types of particles. More than one types of particles. We call this substance mixture. We talk about what's the methods which I use them to form the mixture. Today we'll talk about the methods which I used to separate the mixture. I make a mixture, liquid liquid or solid solid, gas gas, liquid solid, liquid gas. Then I want to separate. What the meaning of separate? Split up or divided. Separate. I will divide it into their components. Firstly, or the first method I use it to separate the mixture called magnetic attraction. Magnetic attraction. From its name, I will use a magnet. To separate this method, I use it to separate solid mixtures that contain magnetic substance by using what? The magnet. Look at this photo. If I bring some sand and iron filling, the powder of iron, then I will mix them together, make solid mixture. By using the magnet, I can separate the iron filling from the sand. Example, separation iron from sand iron mixture, as you see in the photo. Number 2, filtration. Like at your home, in the kitchen, you have a filter. This filter will make filter for the water from the bad things. Filter the water from the sand, from solid particles, from some heavy minerals. So, filtration method, this method I use it to separate the solid materials that are insoluble in water. Like what? Insoluble, as we said in the last video, insoluble like the sand. Sand cannot dissolve in water. So it's called insoluble solid material. By what? By using filter paper. In the laboratory we use paper, this paper, circle paper, called filter paper. This filter paper, I will put it inside this funnel or inside this equipment, and then I will pour the mixture of solid and liquid, insoluble solid, like what? Sand, mixture from sand and water. I will pour them or pour this mixture inside the filter paper. Then what will happen? The water will pass through the filter. The water will pass through this filter paper, and the pure water or the water, clear water, will remain at the bottom of the flask. Filtrate or filtrated water will remain at the bottom of the flask, as you see in the photo. So, example, separation of sand from sand-water mixture. But Miss Rosha, if I use this method to separate water from salt or water from sugar, can I use it? No. Who can tell me why? Because as we said, the salt will dissolve inside the water. Sugar also dissolve inside the water. So sugar and salt, soluble material can dissolve inside the water. So I can't use the paper, filter paper, to separate them. What can I do? How can I filter the salt or sugar from the water? I will tell you. By evaporation. What's this method? This method I use it to separate the solid materials that are soluble in water, like water plus salt. What's the evaporation? I will heat this mixture. By heating, what will happen for the water? The water will evaporate. Evaporate. The water will change from liquid to water vapor. Water vapor to gas. It will change from water to water vapor. After that, by the time, what will happen? The salt or the sugar will remain at the bottom of the flask or the beaker. So the water will change to water vapor by increase the temperature, by the temperature. Then what will remain? The salt will remain at the bottom of the flask. The same thing happen in the ocean or in the sea. By the sun, the water will heat. The sun will heat the water. After some time, some of this, the water of the ocean, some of the water of the sea, some of it will evaporate. So if I take some water from the sea and put it in a pot, a big pot, after some time maybe this water will evaporate and the salt will remain at the bottom of the pot. So example of evaporation method: separation of salt from salt water mixture. Also we can use the sugar water mixture in this way. Finally, the fourth method, using separating funnel. What's the separating funnel? A separating funnel like this photo. This equipment called separating funnel. I will use separating funnel to separate the heterogeneous liquid mixture. What is the meaning of heterogeneous? Heterogeneous means that liquid can't join, their particles can't join together. Like what? Like oil and water. If you put oil and water in one bottle and shake it and stir it and stir them or shake them, what will happen? The oil will not join the water. The oil particles will not join with water particles. So this mixture called heterogeneous liquid mixture. Heterogeneous. So if I ask you what the meaning of heterogeneous mixture, heterogeneous mixture, that mixture of materials or substance can't join each other, different from each other, different by the color, different from each other by the some properties, like the oil and water. Oil and water can join together, but it's called also mixture. So how can I separate oil water mixture? By using this equipment called funnel, and this method called separating funnel. So this method I use, for example, in this method I use the oil water mixture. Separation the oil from oil water mixture, or separating the water from oil water mixture, like this photo. I will add the oil water mixture. I will open the way to allow the water to come down from the funnel. After that, when the oil will come down before the oil leave the funnel, I will close the funnel. Then I will have now the water by the beaker or by the bottle or in the bottle, and the oil will remain in the funnel alone. In this way I separate the oil from the water. So I have 4 methods: magnetic attraction, filtration or separating by filtration, and evaporation, and the last one, separating funnel.